Well team, we are here in the back of Absolute Beyond. We've got George over there, we've got Paul here, back up into the Raukumara. We are after a couple of deer, I reckon, deer? And there's a chance of wild cattle and wild sheep too, so either way, we're hoping the freezer will be full by the end of this trip. Come with us. Team, haven't taken much video because it's been pretty wet, but we managed to see 14 deer on the way up, which is pretty cool. Mostly hinds with yearlings, so we'll leave them well enough alone, but good little mob of velvet stags as well, so 14 deer is a pretty good start. We will see what we run into further up the creek by our camp. We set up camp, it's pretty bloody cold. You wouldn't think it's midsummer. It's freezing. It's freezing. But we're already wet, so we figured go for an evening hunt. We attempted to curl up with a brew and a book, to be honest, but
Yeah, give it a nudge.
Hungry must be fed, eh? So we'll go have a look. We see 15 deer on the way in. We'll see if one of them wants to become dinner. Well team, that's the second deer carcass we've seen. 1080 deer carcass, you know, dropped 6 months ago, but it is what it is. It's just part of what they do in here when they're 1080. So second deer carcass we've seen down here on the river, but there's still plenty of deer around. We're up to 16 now. One just got our wind and jumped up in front of us. It's swirling heaps, so hopefully it's blowing in our faces now, so hopefully we can get onto something. Drilled it. You smoked the deer, bro.
Yeah, smoked it.
Just climbing up that slip there. Job done.
Yeah, coming up on this slip. We seen one a bit further up, but Sam, stop. There's one there. So yeah, just got a rest and smoked it. Waited for it to stop first, then smoked it.
Meat on the deck, buddy.
Backsteak's gonna be tasty tonight.
We thought there was a little spiker, eh, George?
Yeah.
Turns out it's a pretty solid 7-pointer. That's going to be a pretty decent carry. Well, good morning team. Yesterday was a good day. We walked in about 7 kilometers in. We saw 20 deer, which was pretty amazing. You know, they 1080 this place 6 months ago. We saw 20 deer on the way in. George managed to nail a 7-point velvet stag, a nice one, big animal, good meat animal, so that's awesome. We're gonna go for a walk up Bull Creek today. It's late, like it's 7 AM, it's light, sun's come out. It was raining yesterday, it was horrible. It wasn't horrible, it was just raining. Today it's sunny, so we'll see if we can run into some animals. Yeah, I got that one. Well, I'll tell you, that was super eventful. There were like a mob of 4, I think, velvet stags. The boys, I think they might have just let the first 2 go, and then they started running towards us. Crazy silly deer. We got a couple. I think we got a couple. I got one. How many did you get, George? Maybe like 6. We'll see. We'll have a look. Classic, good old-fashioned bomb up. 4 deer, velvet stags. We shot 2. Got to be pretty happy with that. Eventful little morning hunt. We were struggling there for a while. We were like, oh, gee, not seeing any animals. Maybe our fire last night stuffed it up. But then there's 4 velvet stags just in the riverbed here, and they just dispersed as soon as we started putting lead in the air. So, boys pretty happy. Boys are pretty happy. That's 3 deer for the trip. Okay. Just gotta lump this meat down to camp, hang it up, break it down, and then Robert's your mother's brother, we might go for an afternoon hunt. What started off as a beautiful sunny day has turned into, well, the rain's come back in anyway. Who would have thought we'd be wearing puffer jackets and beanies in January? It's actually really cold, but at least the meat's going to stay nice and cool and stay good. So we've retired to the tents to read our books and have naps and things like that, because we got meat on the ground. No one's really got aspirations to go out in the rain particularly much, but the boredom will probably set in this evening and go for another evening stalk, I imagine. Anyway, time to have a nap and read the book. Well, team, just woke up. It's 4 PM. Oh, we had a pretty good nap. Sun's trying to be out at least. Time to wake the boys up with a refreshing IPA, not beer, and have a fire pot. Try and convince the boys to go for a hunt. The sun's trying to be out. Looks like it'll give us some options. See how we go. Cheers. Well, the sun's out too.
Liquid sunshine.
Oh, how good. Legend.
Well, team, we're finally going to brave the old cold. It's so cold. Like, I can't believe how cold it is. It's so cold. I'm taking my socks and I am dipping them in my jet boil, make them warm, because I reckon that cold feet makes you tired, makes you cold right through. So hot socks hopefully makes me feel real comfortable. We'll see. The boys are laughing at me.
The boys have just spotted a deer feeding out of the flats here. I think we are on.
I didn't shut my eyes. It wasn't a blind shot.
Well, team, we got that deer down. Took a couple, eh, George?
Yeah.
But we got there. It's a bit of a long shot for the old standing shots. It was already on the move, so
Yeah.
job done. We'll go check it out.
And that, my friend, is how it's done.
That was a pretty good afternoon hunt. It was well worth getting up and getting out in that sunshine. George managed to knock over a little velvet stag, which is good. The boys are now cooking up some of the back steaks that we shot yesterday afternoon, hopefully not too chewy. But looks like the dream to me. Bit of a fire, bit of meat. The thing about this cold weather, I reckon, is just keeping the tucker up to me is very difficult. So I reckon a feed of meat tonight is just the ticket.
You just
We're gonna have heavy packs. We've shot 4 deer, there's 3 of us. We are 7 kilometers from the quad bike. It's gonna be a mission. So we got them all strung up here in the trees. Sun shining, time to pack up camp and get out of here. We'll see if the boys shoot some more deer on the way out. At least they'll be closer to the quad. There's 4 deer behind us on that slip there. 4. Go have a nosy, see if George can get one. Winning. Go for the next one up, next one up. Go for the next one up, next one up. That one could do with another one. Yeah, no, you hit it. Give it another one.
They were staring at us at first, waited. Then they went back down to eat, and I ran across here, took the old pack off, lined one up, kaboom, dropped that. Then I hear in the back of my ear, get the other one, get the other one. So I had the other one up and kaboom. And yeah, somewhat dropped that one too.
Just because we needed our packs to be even more heavy, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
So what's that, 6 deer for the trip?
Yeah. That is gnarly.
And the result of shooting 2 more deer is George and I have both got a deer in our packs and deer on our necks.
This is living, mate. This is living.
I think we've got about 700 meters left to go to our bike, so we'll see how we go. Should be able to make it, I reckon. See how we feed the families. We've made it to the farmland. What crazy heavy packs. We
Shot 6 deer for the trip in the Raukumara. Carrying 2 deer out each. Pretty amazing. Beautiful creeks, beautiful rivers. Up the Ruatahanga. Amazing spot. Didn't see any sign of cattle, didn't see any sign of sheep, but we definitely filled up the freezers. Excuse me for the GoPro, I'm just learning how to use it. Couldn't figure out how the zoom works, so this is my poor attempt, my poor first attempt at videoing a trip. Been a good trip. We love the Raukumara, it's pretty chewed out. Got 1080 6 months ago, and it's clear. I think we saw 27 deer for the trip, we shot 6, so it's pretty clear that there's still plenty of deer in there. Not many possums. We had 1 possum at camp, but a beautiful place nonetheless, and a place that doesn't get hunted as often as it probably should. So there you go. Thanks for tagging along.